Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yusuf. Today I'm discussing with you a very important and significant part of the English language, that is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are the part of the English vocab, and building it, understanding it and mastering it will enable you to communicate well with fluency, appropriacy, and at the same time with variety. All right, so phrasal verbs add variety to your communication skills, that is written and spoken. Phrasal verbs, of course, are sometimes labeled as informal, and they are not used extensively in the written documentation or in the written communication. However, it is used extensively in the spoken language, and by understanding phrasal verbs, it will give you an understanding of the native culture, and that means it will make you a natural speaker of the English language. All right, you can see phrasal verbs are phrases. They are phrases. They are made of sometimes two words together or three words together. And normally they are formed by combining the verb part and the preposition and adverb part, right? Okay, so they will be used for actions. They will indicate actions. Actions are verbs, mental verbs or static verbs, or you can say physical verbs, right? They will substitute the main verb in a sentence. Okay, they are generally used in spoken and informal texts. Some examples are here: turn down, come across, and run into. And you can see here the formation of a phrasal verb, turn and down. Both together will make one action. That means rejection. Come across. Come across means suddenly seeing something or meeting someone, for example. That is both together will give you one phrasal verb, right? You can substitute it by another, one word verb, no problem. But by, using this will add variety to your communication. And run into, you can see here, that means run into trouble, run into a situation. That means suddenly going into something or somewhere, or in someone, for example. Phrasal verbs consist of a verb and a preposition, as we have discussed, or an adverb. And you can see here some examples: get, go, write, and take. These are your verbs, and up, through, down, and after, they're your prepositions or adverbs together, right? Sometimes phrasal verbs consist of three elements, not two. Like here in this case, there are two, but in this case down here, you can see them. They are three words together, making one action. Look forward to means to wait someone eagerly or with enthusiasm. So in this case, these three words will make only one action: wait eagerly for, right? Put up with means to tolerate, okay? And these three words will make one action. That is the phrasal verbs. In the same way, similarly, sit in for is also a preposition. That means two prepositions together, in and for with sit. It's your phrasal verbs. Okay, when added to the verb, the preposition or adverb may change completely the meaning of the verb. Here are some examples. You can see here phrasal verbs, for example, look for, and the meaning is search. And here in the context, you can see it here: he is looking for his keys. Look up to. Look up to means to respect someone, to expect, to have high expectations of someone, or to, to emulate someone, or to respect someone. All right. Okay, his father is his model. All right, that's his father is his hero. All right, he is the person he looks up to. All right, for any situation in life. Look forward to means to wait for someone eagerly. Remember that with forward to, when we use to, normally we use the first form of the verb without ing, but in this case you will put ing with to when you see look forward to, right? This is important. The meaning is await something, someone eagerly, or anticipate with pleasure. Right here in the example, you can see she's looking forward to visiting Paris. Look up, to try to find a piece of information by looking up in a book or on a computer. She did not understand the word, so she looked it up. Looked it up means search the word, found the word in her dictionary. She was trying to find the meaning of the word in a dictionary. That means look up. Okay. Here, the complicated part of the phrasal verbs start here when you see, for example, that there are two situations where the first one is easy, for example, literal meaning, no problem, but the idiomatic or figurative meaning is a bit difficult. So sometimes it is difficult to understand the meaning of phrasal verbs before looking them up in a dictionary, right? I think it's a good idea for you to use the context to understand them. This is a very important area. If you try to find out, the meaning of the words that are combined together to make a phrasal verbs, and you are trying to find out the meaning of the words separately, that will confuse you. So the good idea is to use the context to elicit or to find out the meaning of any phrasal verb. Literal meaning is easy to understand because from when you look at the phrasal verbs there, you will understand it from the physical demonstration of it. That means, for example, they are not very complicated. It's like here, she opened the door and looked outside. So looking outside is physically apparent, all right? That's visible. The meaning is visible. Look means seeing, and outside means the outside word. That means the location. So in this case, this combination of verb and the adverb together, looked outside. This is easily understandable, right? She was walking across the street when she heard the sound of an explosion. Here, walking across, so we say walking, we understand, we are familiar with it. Across is also physically visible and demonstrated. That means crossing the road, going from one side to another of the street in this case. So that's easily, you can understand it. But the complicated part of the phrasal verbs is here. That means the idiomatic meaning. Phrasal verbs can also have a figurative or idiomatic meaning, which makes them difficult to understand. Like in this example, can you put me up for tonight? So put up means to install something or to build something. But in this case, this is idiomatic or figurative. In this case, the meaning is, like to let someone stay in your house. All right. So that means, can you put me up for tonight means, can you allow me to stay in your house for tonight? All right. Okay. Separable or inseparable. Remember that placing the prepositions or adverbs, all right, in a sentence, like before the object or after the verb. This is the situation. So normally it happens in both cases. You can put the preposition or the adverb part of the phrasal verb after the verb and or after the object. So here in this case, Mary made up a really entertaining story. She created a really entertaining story. So made up. Up is used after the verb, right? Mary made the story up. The story is your object, and you can use the the object after the verb and the preposition after the object, right? So this up can come immediately after the verb, and it can also come after the object in a sentence. If the object is a pronoun, but remember, all right, if the object is a pronoun, then in this case, the preposition or adverb has to be placed after the pronoun. Like here, she made it up. It is your pronoun. All right. So you can't say she made up it. No, you will say she made it up. Pronoun will come in between the verb and the prepositions or adverbs. Put it down. You can't say put down it. Okay. You say put it down. Take it off, you can't say take off it, but you say take it off. It will come in between. Some phrasal verbs are also always inseparable, okay? They are inseparable. You can't put in between here the the object. Okay,